Hey everyone, thank you for clicking on this video in the first place. This is a short clip taken out of a full podcast episode that is going to be released in the near future. So all I ask you to do is, if you do enjoy it, to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss when the full podcast episode comes out and when other full podcast episodes come out. There's a lot talked about in this, not just what was in this short clip. So I highly recommend you do that. And I hope you enjoy the rest of it. We hear all this talk about, oh, your generation, that's the problem with your generation, and or opposite, like my generation says it a lot about boomers and even our parents. What do you think that your generation did in failing my generation? I know every generation has their flaws, so it's not like it's just your guys' fault that we're like this. Well, I mean, you can analyze what like this means, but how do you think that, or what do you think that like this is, and how do you think that the parents of these kids contributed to it?
Okay. Well, obviously speaking in general terms, because
Yeah.
I can honestly say that with all three of my kids, there's no friend who I don't like and who I don't see this in that category. But then out in the big wide world, I see just a lot of entitlement, and I think that's been a failure of my generation to this upcoming generation or this next generation that we just don't discipline like we should. And I've lacked in that too. I've just gotten lucky, and I've had dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say your husband's very.
Yeah. If that was left to me, you guys would be monsters, But dad luckily had, knew that we needed that, that I needed to be kind of overruled. Yeah, I guess that sounds feminist,
very derogatory, but
it's true. You know what I mean? And it's but he knew that, and that helped a lot. That he took the reins on that, and my failures, which would have been failures, were fixed by dad's discipline that I wasn't strong enough to do.
It's the beauty of
or not willing to.
It's the beauty of two parents raising a child. And obviously, I don't hate on any single mothers or single fathers out there, because I can imagine how hard that is. But it generally it is a setback for the kid, which it kind of sucks.
Yeah,
to be honest,
it's too bad. That's a tough one for sure. Most of my best friends are single mothers doing an incredible job, but it's hard. It's really hard.
I didn't even think of that. That is true.
Yeah.
A lot of your friends are. Yeah, I mean, I kind of heard this thing. I could actually see it being true, but all of the older generations had something that they had to deal with, like existentially. Like there was wars. Like pretty much every generation's had something like that, the Great Depression, but my generation doesn't have anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Life is very easy, but at the same time, it's easy to be a kid now, but it's a lot harder to become an adult, I think.
Right. That kind of reminds me of, I think, well, Dad has said it, but I think he heard it from Dan Bongino, who probably heard it from somebody else, but, and it's, hard times make hard men
make good times.
Make good times, or easy times, right? Is it
good time? Well, yeah.
How does it go? You say it, because I'm all messed up.
Hard times make hard men make good times make weak men make hard times. And then hard times make hard men.
So it just keeps going around. And I think that's what's happening right now. And I hate that, like, that's what's happening in the world.
Me
it's
too.
Terrible. But it's an observation for sure that it's a very easy life. There's a lot. Everything's at our fingertips. That goes for us too, me and my age too.